Let's have some fun today. I want to show you how to accent some of your garments. This is a jacket that I've used metallic thread, and I've done a process called Crochet Lace. This is so fast and easy to do because it's done on your serger. With metallic thread, I've serged the edge of this one, and on this particular garment, I've used filet thread on the collar of the garment just to give a beautiful edge. When you thread your serger, you're going to use regular serger thread in your needle thread, or for your needle thread. You could even use your home sewing thread if you wanted to. But for your upper and lower looper, that's when your decorative thread looks the best. Now, I like the filet thread like I showed you before, but any kind of thick decorative thread will work. Pearl Crown Rayon, your metallic thread, candlelight metallic thread. You can even use 2 spools in the upper and 2 spools in the lower of your regular embroidery thread if you wanted to, but something that gives you a little bit more body. When you do this crochet lace, we're going to do 4 rows. That's all you're going to do. If you want your crochet lace wider, you're going to just add more rows. When you set up your machine, now this is a baby lock machine, so when it's set up, the baby lock has numbers on the dials. This is 4, 3, 2, 1. That's your stitch length. This is your stitch width. So this is what I suggest. Put your serger on the widest stitch width that you have and the longest stitch length. That's going to be your first row of stitching. Your second row is going to be the next longest. Your third row is going to be the next longest. And then your last row, which is what ruffles your edge, the last row is your shortest stitch length. So that's what's going to pull it and ruffle it. The first row is your longest stitch length and your widest width. Now, I have 2 needles in the baby lock, and I'm using the far left needle only. That makes my stitch width just a little bit wider. So I'm just going to do a 3 thread overlock. I do have the knife up so that it is cutting the edge, and I've got a really pretty edge to this. And I'll show you how pretty this is when I get to the end. Can you see how pretty that edge is? That's just a really nice edge. This is your first row of stitching. All it is was your 3 thread overlock. I did have the knife up so it cut off the edge to give me a smooth edge, but now I want to remove that knife. So all you have to do is to turn and lock the knife out of your way. What you're really going to do is you're going to connect the next row right on the edge of this stitching. So here's a little hint. I have a see-through foot, and I can see where I'm going. If you don't own a see-through foot, get yourself a Sharpie and make a little mark on there so you have something to guide this row next to. So when I put this under the machine, what I'm going to do, let me put it under here and then I'll show you. I'm going to guide this stitching right here, right on that little mark right there. Now I'm going to turn this down to 3. Remember I told you on a baby lock, the stitch length is 4, 3, 2, 1. So this first row is on 4, the second one is on 3, and I'm going to connect that just like this. Even those 2 rows are pretty. Cut that off, and again I'm going to line this up. You see that little mark that I made with the marker, a Sharpie? Again, I'm going to line it up just like that. Now I'm going to turn it down to 2, so it's going to make it even tighter. But I'm not looking up here, I'm looking right there at that mark so that I can guide my machine right like that. Remember I told you that you could make the crochet lace wider? If you wanted to make it wider, this row is on number 4, 3, and this one is on 2. So I would go 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and you can make it as wide as you want to. But your last row is what ruffles it. And that's the part that makes it look like it's been hand crocheted. So let me show you. I'm going to take this down to 1, what this is going to do. To the edge. Now again, you can see that I'm guiding this stitching right next to that little mark that I made on my foot. Isn't that gorgeous? That looks just like crocheted lace.